Hello, book besties, and welcome to my channel. I have a very special guest for today's very special video. If you don't know, I kind of outlined my April reading plans and video plans, kind of, in one of my previous videos. It was like 2 weeks ago, my reading plans for April. It all surrounds this wonderful person right here. It is her birthday in April. It already passed. It was April 2nd. But I'm dedicating the entire month of April to her on my channel and reading wise. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about all the books that I recommended her. Or, sorry, let me rephrase that. All the books I forced her to read.
Part 2.
Yeah, so I did a part 1 to this forever ago. But it was before I took my little hiatus on my channel. My unplanned hiatus.
Literary Mattie sabbatical.
Yes. So I did that one forever ago. The quality of the video, it isn't great, but I do recommend it. I think it's fun. Okay, let me pull out my notes here because, okay, in that video we discuss how I forced her to read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, although you had already wanted to read that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, but did I let you borrow my copy?
No, I had my own.
You have your own?
Yeah.
That's right, I forgot that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, one of my favorite mystery series. I love a good YA mystery series as a good found family, and I forced her to read that. She still hasn't finished the series, and I don't think she will at this point.
It's on my list.
Okay, do you remember anything that happened in the first 2 books?
I didn't read the second one.
Oh, yeah.
So I only read the first one.
I don't have faith that she's going to finish it, so it's not on any of my other lists.
I'll finish it.
And then I made her read the entire Grishaverse. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. So that encompasses Shadow and Bone, Six of Crows, and King of Scars, all by Leigh Bardugo. I'm so proud that you finished all of that.
So good.
And then I forced her to read Caraval. Actually, you started reading this one when we were separated for the summer.
Yeah.
Just crazy. But I am not going to force her to read Once Upon a Broken Heart. Why don't you want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart?
Maybe this is a hot take, but I don't really like Jax that much. So I don't really want to read a whole series about him,
It hurts.
I know. I'm sorry.
It does hurt. Okay. So that was previously on Literary Mattie. Now we're going to talk about all the books that she's read since then. And it's been like a year. Maybe a little bit over a year.
It's a way longer list.
It's insane. So we're going to dive into that now. Are you excited?
I am excited.
Yay. Okay. How to Lose the Time War by Max Gladstone and Amal El Motar. This is about red and blue in a sci-fi world exchanging correspondence in a war. I actually haven't read this one, but I still recommended it to her. It was short, quick, and sapphic. I thought it would be a good book to read, and I thought, she could read it and tell me how she liked it, and then I could read it. So I do still need to read this book, unfortunately. I haven't read it yet, but it is still on my list, of course. How did you like this book?
Okay, I didn't really like this one. I think it's mostly because I didn't understand what was going on, though. I had literally no clue what was happening.
Is it because it's a sci-fi book? You've never really read sci-fi.
Maybe. I don't know. I was just very confused the whole time. The different time and then the worlds were just so odd to me, and I didn't understand.
Sure.
I did think the letters that they wrote to each other or whatever were very beautiful. So I enjoyed that.
I love that.
But I didn't really understand how they fit into the larger scheme of things.
Fair.
So this was kind of a tough book for me.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to get it over with.
Yeah, that's fair. At least it's
didn't
short.
know what was going on.
So that one was unfortunate.
Yeah, that one wasn't great.
But this was the only sci-fi I've ever recommended you.
Mm-hmm.
And probably will
That's
ever
fair.
recommend you. Unless, do you want to read Red Rising?
No.
Understandable. Okay, guys. Okay. Hey, Laurel. What's my favorite book of all time?
Red, White, and Royal Blue.
She read it just for me, and then we watched the movie together.
For the second time.
Yeah, we watched it.
Because we watched it before I read
and then
this.
after. Yeah, that was right. I always forget how long it is until
I
I
know,
finish
it kind of is big.
It's kind of. If you don't know, which I don't know how you could not know at this point, but if you don't know, this book follows Alex and Henry. Actually, primarily Alex. It's an Alex's POV. And Alex is the son of the very first female president of the United States. And his self-declared rival is Henry of Wales, the Prince of England. And some shenanigans happen. They are forced to become friends for publicity reasons. And of course they fall in love. Like, how could they not? So, I absolutely adore this book. Obviously, this is my favorite book of all time. This book means everything to me. This book needs to be injected into my bloodstream. How did you like it?
I actually really liked this one. Not as much as you, obviously. I don't think that's
Yeah.
possible. But I did really like it.
Good,
Yeah.
because I don't think I could be friends with you
I
if you
know,
didn't.
yeah. Even if I didn't like it, I would lie. And tell you I did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would, yeah, I think that's for the best.
It's probably for the best, yeah.
What was your favorite part of it?
Oh, man. I mean, it was very entertaining. And, like, I feel like since we watched the movie first, it was kind of fun going into it, like, being able to see the things that they didn't include in the movie. So, like, I liked seeing the, like, other characters. And then there was, like, definitely, like, a bigger plot line in this than there was, like, in the movies, which I really liked.
Yeah.
The movie, which I really liked.
There's gonna be a second movie.
Oh, really?
Did you not know that?
No.
Yeah, there's gonna be a second one. They're getting
That's
married.
tea. That's tea. I really liked it, though. It was very, like, on the edge of your seat sometimes, for sure. Like, and all the characters are so good. Like, all of them. Yeah,
I'm
it was
so
it was
glad
just,
you-
like, so entertaining,
Yeah.
too. Like, getting to see, like, their relationship build, but not, like, in a slow burn way.
No.
But, like, still, you could see it, like, progressing, and
Yeah.
I just hate the art. It's so bad.
The art is really bad.
If you're the person who made this, do better next time. I don't know. Like, it's not good.
Laurel is a certified hater.
I am. Especially when it comes to book covers.
So, in my previous video, like this, my recommendations for Laurel, I told her that I wanted her to read at least the first book of Percy Jackson. So, Laurel is minoring in art history and museum studies, and she loves classical Greek art. And at the time, that's what they were going over in their art history class. I recommended this to her because, you know, it has a lot of Greek mythology, it deals with a lot of Greek myths. I thought she'd really enjoy that. However, I did know that this is a juvenile book. It's for middle graders. So I didn't know if she was going to like it or not. But I wanted her to read the first book anyways. And then she read all of Rick Riordan's backlist.
Yeah.
Really quite
Like
impressive.
20 books out of my, like, 35
Rick
last
Riordan,
year.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rick Riordan was her top author
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
But we're going to just start with one series at a time. So Percy Jackson follows this kid named Percy, and he finds out that he's the child of a Greek god. And he has to go on a quest to basically save himself and save his mom and save the world slightly. And he's a part of this really major prophecy. It's insane. And you definitely can't tell who his father is by the cover. Just saying. What is it?
Actually crazy. Like, you saying some of that stuff, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot that happened. Because, like, it's been kind of a while.
Mm-hmm.
Literally amazing. Like, seriously, some of my favorite books ever, I feel like now. Like, I loved these. They were just so good. And they're so, like, cute and easy to read. Like, I feel like they're just relaxing. Even though the stakes are kind of high and, like, there's a lot going on and you're like, like, what's gonna happen? It's just so, like, chill and not anxiety inducing. But, like, anxiety inducing in, like, a fun way.
Yeah.
they were just amazing. I love them so much. The characters amazing, the story amazing, like just so good.
It makes me so happy that you enjoyed this, because if you don't know, this series literally got me into reading. So having her read this as just like a grown adult was a lot of fun, and I just loved getting to see her reactions to everything, especially because I had just reread them not that long before.
We had like started reading them at the same time.
Yeah.
Like you were rereading them and I was reading them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
But then
yeah.
you got ahead of me, obviously.
So it just made me so happy to have you read this.
So good. Literally such good books.
I'm so glad you read
Like
it.
like nothing is going to compare. Like seriously. Like
My
I need
heart is so
another
happy.
series exactly like this.
Yeah.
Like I need 20 more books, Rick. Now.
We're gonna move on because we could probably talk about that forever.
Probably.
Next, I recommended her Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This is another one that I haven't read, but I got this for her birthday because, I don't know, you mentioned once that you were interested, so
Yeah.
I bought it for you.
Can I like tell them about it?
Yeah!
Okay, so this might be like spoilers, but there's like a specific chair in the cafe, and there's this like ghost lady that sits in it. And you can't sit there. The only time she gets up is to go to the bathroom. So you have to like go sit in her chair. Like you have to like wait for her. And if you try to like get her to move, she curses you, basically. So you have to just like wait if you like want to go back in time.
I did not know any
Yeah,
of this.
yeah. So that's like crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You liked it.
I really liked it. It was very like cute and short, but I feel like the like overarching themes were very beautiful, and I would totally read it again.
I love that.
I feel like
there
this.
are more in the series.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be like a good like yearly read, like to
I love
just
that.
like reconnect with, you know, certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe this was translated from Japanese.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
So
I really liked it though. It was very good. And it was just like beautiful, and like all the characters were so like different and
that's
so
cute.
like deep.
The little
Yeah.
art. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew much of this.
Yeah, you should read it. It's really good.
You do have control over that this month.
I do.
Next was another one that I haven't read yet. I probably will be reading it soon, sometime in April, for specific reasons. But I also got this for that same birthday. I got her 2 books. There was a deal, okay? So I got her Bunny by Mona Awad. I thought she'd really like this because from what I've heard, it's just weird, kind of feminine ragey kind of vibes. And knowing Laurel, she loves feminine rage. So I thought this one would be a good one for her, and I heard really good things about it. And yeah, do you want to share a little bit?
Yeah, I don't like entirely remember everything about this book. It was like crazy though. I definitely didn't always know what was going on, but I feel like that's kind of the point. This is definitely the type of book where like after I finished it, I went into like a deep dive on TikTok, like Bunny explained, Bunny, you know, like all the like lore, like people's theories about like what it meant and like all this, because it was just crazy. And I did really enjoy it though.
Good.
And I feel like none of the characters really are like enjoyable. But
I kind of love that sometimes. Like,
yeah,
Taylor Jenkins Reid does that really well.
But like it's still an enjoyable book. So I thought it was like really well done and just like very. You like need to know what happens next, like trying to figure out what's going on, and stuff. It was so good though. I really liked it.
Would you want to read the prequel sequel standalone?
Yes, absolutely.
What does that even mean?
Prequel sequel. Yeah, what? What do you mean by
I feel like
that?
that fits the vibe though.
Mona, what?
Mona.
No, I really liked it though.
Good.
It was just
love
crazy.
the cover.
I know, it's so cute.
Bright and pink.
And then like crayon looking.
So cool.
Yeah, it was really weird but so good. I would highly like I can't even explain what happens in this book. I know that like one of her like friends turns into a goose or something, I think, in it. I don't really know what that was all about.
Okay.
So, maybe when you read it, you'll have a better time understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe neither of us
Maybe
will
that's the
ever
point.
know. So, next, she continued her Rick Riordan binge and read The Lost Hero and the entirety of the Heroes of Olympus series. She's a lot better than I am when it comes to series. When she starts one book, she actually sits down and reads all of them. The camera just moved. Ignore that. So she actually just reads all of them, which is a crazy concept to me. I don't know why somebody would do that and not read like 15 books in between each one and almost never finish anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy to me. But Heroes of Olympus takes place after Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson loses his memories, and the Roman and Greek sides of mythology start to come together because the Roman gods have their own camp and demigods and world as well. And of course, another war starts because Percy Jackson can never get a break. What did you think about this book?
This one specifically wasn't my favorite.
Because it's nobody's favorite.
Yeah, it's hard going from Percy Jackson and it just being so amazing and so wonderful and you love the character so much to being like, who are these randos?
Yeah.
So that was tough, but the second one was great. Except for Frank.
I forgot how much you hate Frank.
Don't like Frank. I do not like Frank.
Oh my gosh. I totally forgot that.
Yeah, I like hate Frank. Like, ew, he's also Loca perv. Like, he's
It is
like
weird.
old compared to Hazel.
They're like she's like 13 and he's 16, and that's just
Weird at that age, anyways. But this series, I really, really did like. I feel like by the third book, the first two were just tough because you're like, what's
They're
going
hard.
on? And you're like, Percy doesn't remember anything.
but also the angst.
The angst is tea. I feel like the third one, though, the angst is good. Wait. The fourth one is when they... Yeah! Oh my god, yeah, okay. I feel like the third, fourth, and fifth ones, so good. Like, so good.
So good.
Love them.
I remember, so I didn't tell her that Heroes of Olympus deals with other characters. I did tell her that it was an extension of Percy Jackson and that Percy and Annabeth will be questing in this one as well. So she got to this book and she opened it and she's like, who's Jason? Where's Percy? Where's Percy? And I enjoyed my time a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure that was fun for you.
I pulled a little funny there, and it
Wasn't fun for me.
was funny for me.
I do remember, though, the last one I didn't like actually as much because the ending felt so rushed to me.
Yeah,
Like, we had
fair.
this amazing build-up, this crazy long build-up, and then it was just like, boom, done.
Yeah.
Like, that was easy. Like, no, I did not like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I was a little disappointed. But yeah, I really liked the series.
I'm so glad.
Very good, very good.
I'm so glad. Very good, very good.
Very good.
Next is the Kane Chronicles. So this follows Egyptian mythology. They aren't tied into the Percy Jackson series necessarily. They do take place in the same world. There is a little mention to the Battle of Manhattan, which I found really funny. And they're literally like not allowed to go to Manhattan because they're like,
That's
like
the
the
Greeks
Greek.
area.
would you like to share your thoughts on this one? This one is not my favorite.
I really liked this one, though. I thought it was very interesting. I knew, like, nothing about Egyptian mythology, so it was fun to get, like, a new... Just, like, I learned a lot, low-key, you know,
And I
from
think
this,
it's
like,
cool.
children's book.
It deals a lot with mythology
Yeah.
and museums.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it deals a lot more with museums,
Yeah.
which I know you appreciate.
Uh-huh. I really liked it. I thought it was really fun. I liked the characters. And they're, like, so different, which is, like, really fun.
Yeah.
My favorite part was the little orbs. The little chore orbs.
I forgot how much you loved those.
They genuinely, I, like, almost cried about the orbs.
There's these little shiny glowing orbs that steer a boat for Sadie and Kane in one
Sadie
of the
and Carter.
That's what I meant. In Sadie and Carter, in one of the books for one of their little quests.
And they're, like, nasty little things because they, like, work for, like, blood-stained blade or whatever. But I love them so much. They're so cute. And they, like, raise the masts and stuff. And they're adorable. And then they, like, all died at the end. And I genuinely almost cried.
Yeah.
They're just so cute. Like, I want one. But I really like these books. It was so cool to learn about all of the things. And I also liked how it was, like, the audio recordings. That's cool, too.
That was a cool part.
I really liked that as well. Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Very good, very good.
Next is a little bit of a different one. I was
Very
actually
different.
worried she wasn't going to like it, but it also felt fun and summery. I think you read it during summer.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of Taylor Swift references, so I felt like it was pretty safe, and that was The Summer of Broken Rules. This follows Meredith. Do you think she...
After the cat, definitely.
That, I'm just now putting that together. Okay. This follows Meredith. She has gone through a lot of heartbreak, and she's kind of shutting herself off from other people, but she's going to her family house on this really cool island for the summer, like she does every summer, except the previous one, because things were going down in her family. But there is a wedding happening with one of her cousins, and her cousin, she has a big family, and there is this groomsman that she teams up with in their family game of assassin, and love ensues. I love this book, so I wanted her to read it. I just thought it would be a cute, fun read for her. She loves summer, she loves Taylor Swift. Seems like a good combo. You don't love contemporary romance. It's not your
I just haven't read that much of it, I feel like.
Yeah, that's fair, especially at this point.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was a risk recommending this, but tell me your thoughts.
The risk paid off. I really liked it. It was very good. What was the guy's name?
Wit.
Wit. Oh my gosh.
Wit was a
yes.
king.
No, this book was so good, honestly. It reminded me kind of We Were Liars. Like the big family on the island in the summer. You know, like they're rich, whatever. So I kind of mixed
You
those
really
two.
liked We Were Liars.
I did like We Were Liars.
I did not.
Anyway, so I kind of feel like I'm like putting things from that book into this book, but I did really like this one, and I remember it just being so like low stakes, like it was so chill. It was just like fun and like so cute, and I want what they have basically.
They're so cute.
So there were a few parts that it was like stressful, but for the most part, it was like really chill. Like it was literally just about this like game of assassin.
I loved it too.
Which like I wasn't expecting.
So fun. Yeah.
And so I feel like when I was like once I like got farther into the book, I'm like, oh, this is like all this is about. I'm like, this is cool though. Like I love that. I really liked it.
That was a 5-star read for me.
Yeah, as it should be.
Laurel doesn't write her books.
I'm just like, I read some of them.
Yeah. That's okay. Next, I don't have a book to show. But next, Laurel read the Magnus Chase series. This follows Norse mythology. And this one actually does include a cameo from Percy and Annabeth. Because, again, it's not about Percy and Annabeth, it's about Magnus Chase, obviously. But, like, it takes place in the same world. Magnus is actually related to Annabeth, which is really cool.
I forgot about that, yeah.
So, you do get to see a little bit of Annabeth, and at some point, you do see a little bit of Percy. What did you think about it?
I enjoyed this one a lot, too. Like, I really liked this one. It was so good. Like, all the characters, amazing. Blitz and Hearth. So cute.
It's giving gay dads.
They're literally in love. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, it's canon to me in my mind. Like, that is written in there. It's just amazing. I really, really liked it. And it was such a, like, different concept for a book, especially reading Rick's other books.
Mm-hmm.
It was very different, but it was a really good different. Oh my gosh, these were so good.
I loved them so much.
Like, they were so good.
Do you like Magnus Chase or Kane Chronicles more?
Definitely Magnus Chase.
Good job.
I liked the Kane Chronicles, but this one was just like a different vibe. Like, this one was more like the Percy Jackson vibes, where you're just like obsessed, you know?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, it was so good. Like, now I'm like remembering things that happened. So many like good scenes and like things that happened. My heart. I like want to reread these now, and I like just read them not that long ago.
I know, they're so good. Next is another Rick Riordan book, and that was The Trials of Apollo. I don't know why I said it like that.
The Trials of Apollo.
So this follows Apollo. He gets punished after the ending of
it's really funny actually.
And after the ending of the Heroes of Olympus, and Zeus sends him down to Earth as a human, as a gross teenage boy.
Gross, pimply, 13-year-old.
His name is Lester Papadopoulos. So he gets sent down to Earth and has to prove himself. And he gets tied to this, like, 10-year-old chaos demon of a
Oh
girl.
my god, yeah.
Meg. And he ends up having to actually save the world, which was unplanned. So, what did you think about this book series?
I really, really like these one too. Can you guys tell there's a theme? I really like them.
I really liked them.
But I did. These were so, so good. I feel like the first one was kind of weird. Like, it was hard to get used to.
Yeah.
And you don't really like Meg at first, which is hard because she's, like, a main character.
I feel like some people like Meg.
Okay.
I didn't.
I didn't
and
at
I know
first.
you didn't either.
But, like, by the second book, even maybe the end of this one, I really, really liked it. It was very fun. It's very different. So much crazy stuff happens. Like,
That's
all the
crazy.
emperors.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because there's, like, kind of two different plot lines with, like,
Yeah.
the oracles and the
Yeah.
emperors.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because, like, Apollo knew these people. And one of them he had, like, romantic relations with. Now they're the enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy. It was just so good. Like, the character growth of Apollo was actually insane, but
Yeah.
so smooth.
It was the way Rick wrote the character
Yeah.
development was insane. We actually read these ones pretty close together,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, we did because you like read them in the summer. Yeah, I really, really liked them though. They were very entertaining and just like sweet too. Like they were just so like
Apollo's
adorable and
Yeah, what he
sweet.
goes through, what he like realizes about humanity. It was just really good.
Yes, I like remember like my camera roll is like filled with pictures because there are so many good quotes
There are.
in these books. Like so many good ones like about like life.
Yeah, which you don't expect from
Yeah,
a
from like
middle
a
school
juvenile book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just really, really liked them. Like they were so like such like beautifully written books.
They are.
Okay, this is tea. I actually started to like Frank in this one. Frank was actually really good in this one. I also just remembered what happened in one of these books.
I'm sorry. Are you mad at me?
Now I'm like actually upset. I forgot about that. Anyways, I started to like Frank in these books though, so I guess there's that. But now I'm upset.
Do you want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, you read The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan, which I also don't have to show.
Yeah.
This one follows Nico and Will, and they have to go back down to Tartarus because Nico had some unfinished business there, and a lot of angst ensues. I liked this one because it's the kind of book that makes me happy to know that younger middle schoolers are getting to read this book for the first time and actually start to realize something about themselves because it deals a lot with like your queer identity and mental health, which I thought was really important as a middle schooler to realize that you're not alone if you're struggling with these things. How did you think about this book? How did you think?
How did I think?
How did you feel? What did you think?
I agree with everything you just said. I feel like this is like an important book. Like it keeps to like Rick's theme and like genre, but it has like really important like undertones, I guess. Yeah. However, I didn't love it. Maybe another hot take. I don't really like Nico that much.
It hurts me.
I like go back and forth with Nico a lot. Like he makes me really mad.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, he's cool. But like most of the time, I'm like, this person is very annoying. And he irks me a lot.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of a tough read for me just because I don't love the main character.
Yeah.
But I still liked it. Like, the plot was good. Definitely, the plot was very good. And the other characters, like, I love Will. And I love the little guys. What were those little things?
Oh, his little demons?
Those little moles.
Oh!
I liked those little guys.
The moles are with the frog people.
Yeah!
The frog people.
They just, like, live underground.
Troglodytes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, those little guys. I like those.
They were cute.
That's kind of my thoughts, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I know, it does hurt me that you don't like Nico, but I can understand somewhat.
Yeah.
Next. You read these, like, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. You went on a binge run. So Percy Jackson is having more books being released. Rick Riordan is continuing them, and these newer books follow Percy as he needs to get 3 recommendation letters for gods to get into New Rome University, and in order to get these recommendation letters, he has to go on quests. So this first one follows his first quest to retrieve the Chalice of the Gods for Ganymede.
I really liked this one. It was like, I just liked having more Percy Jackson. You know, of course, who wouldn't?
It takes you back to the original
It
3.
does. It does. So it's really like fun.
Yeah.
I really liked this one. Obviously, it's like pretty chill. Like
It's chill.
It's nothing crazy. Like nothing crazy's happening. He's not like fighting a war like he was in the first set.
He gets to relax
books.
a little bit.
He does.
Yeah.
Like he still has some crazy stuff going on, but it's pretty chill.
It's like normal for him.
Yeah, it's like yeah. So I really liked them. It was just like fun to see them all back together again. I liked his fight with the old man.
That's what I was
was
just thinking
funny.
about.
Yeah.
That was funny. He's just such a good guy. Like Percy is.
Yeah, he really is.
More men need to be like Percy
Such
Jackson.
a little
basically.
sweetheart. Yeah, I really liked it.
Hi. You're probably wondering why we're in different clothes. This is actually 3 days after what you just saw, and my audio for the second part of this video just wasn't there when I went to go edit, so I don't really know what happened, but it happens, I guess. Depressing. We're gonna continue for you guys. So anyways, the Song of Achilles. This is a retelling of the classical Greek myth of Achilles, except it follows through Patroclus' point of view as they grow up and fall in love. Because all the historians are out here being like, they were best friends, they were cousins. I don't think you... Did you see how Achilles reacted to... Okay. It gives literary fiction kind of vibes, but taking place during the Greek times. So, what did you think about the Song of Achilles, that you finally read it?
I loved it so much. I was actually just watching a Brittany Broski podcast, and she just finished this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you read it before her?
I did.
How does that make you feel?
Good, but I liked hearing her perspective on it too.
Same.
But I think she called him Patroclus or something.
Nobody knows really how to pronounce his name. I like Patroclus.
I like Patroclus too.
I think that just rolls off the tongue, but yeah, it's just one of those
Yeah.
Greek names that nobody can really fully agree on, I feel like.
Is it like canon that their like ashes were mixed together?
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, they were not best friends. They were in love.
Like, I would bury myself next to you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, when I die, mix my ashes with her.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah. Like, that's crazy. Yeah.
Like, okay.
I really liked it, though. It was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And so devastating.
Did it make you cry?
No.
Okay.
But I don't really cry at books.
That's true. This is just like one of the iconic ones.
Yeah.
That, like, if you wanna cry.
That's fair. It definitely was that, though. Like,
Yeah.
if I cried at books, like, I would be. Like, it was, like, gut-wrenching.
It's one of those books, yeah.
It was insane. But I really, really liked it.
What do you think your favorite part was?
When they were with Chiron on the mountain, learning all the things, that part was just so sweet. And, like, domestic and homey.
Yeah.
And they were, like, finally able to just, like, be together, like, in love themselves. And, like, nobody cared and nobody was there to, like, ruin it. Like, Achilles' mom wasn't, like, able to see them and stuff. And so, like, they were able to, like, just be together.
Yeah. That's when we get the line where it's, like, no hero was ever happy, but I'm gonna be the first one or something like that.
Yeah.
I know. I love them with Chiron. Like,
yeah, it's
isn't it
so
also,
sweet.
like, did you picture Chiron as, like, Percy's Chiron?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so funny because, like, that's actually the same person.
No, literally.
Like, what do you mean? That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's so weird. Oh my god, it was so good though.
So
like,
good.
I already want to reread it. Like, book hangover for real.
Okay, so next is one of my all-time favorite books, and that is The House in the Australian Sea by T.J. Klune. I literally can't with this book. So this follows Linus He is a worker for this world's version of Child Protective Services. It's more of a magical world where there are these orphanages with magical children, and Linus just visits, writes a report, leave, like never thinks about it ever again. But one day, upper management decides to send him to this one very special orphanage with these kids that are just a little bit different. And so Linus shows up, kind of not expecting this to be any different, but he starts to fall in love not only with their caretaker, Arthur, but he kind of just falls in love with their way of life and forms this really cute, special bond with each of these children. And I don't think I recommended this to you thinking you were going to like it. I think this is one of my, like, oh, I kind of just want you to read this.
Yeah.
Kind of like a guilty pleasure recommendation. That's what we're going to call it, a guilty pleasure recommendation. This was kind of one of those. With that in mind, what did you think about it?
I loved it. I loved it so much. Literally so much. Linus's relationships with, like, each of the children that, like, builds throughout the book is just amazing. It's so cute and so precious. Mm-hmm. And he, like, loves all of them equally and has, like, a special relationship with all of them equally, but in such different ways. It's amazing.
This book, like, is the epitome of found family.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a found family book, this is a need for real. What was your favorite part? What was your favorite kid?
Okay, it's so hard, though, because I liked all of them.
That's fair.
But I did low-key like Chauncey and Theodore the most, probably.
Chauncey is a green blob.
Yeah, with, like, eyeballs sticking out of his head or something.
Yep, and Theodore is a baby wyvern.
I imagine Theodore, like, literally the size of, like, the palm of your hand. Like, that's how I imagine Theodore.
I think I imagined him, like, a kitten size, like, a little bit bigger.
Okay. I mean, he fits under the couch, so.
Yeah, exactly. Like, not full cat size, but,
right,
like,
fair.
Small kitten.
It was just such a good book. Oh my god. I literally just said, like, I don't cry at books, but I was definitely, like, almost about to cry with this book.
I did cry.
That's fair, yeah.
I think I have cried with almost every book that I've read of his. He just...
so good.
And the way he writes, it's such a beautiful and whimsy book. Like, oh my gosh. And this was your first cozy fantasy, really. Which, how'd you feel about the cozy fantasy?
I liked it, because it wasn't, like, world building anything. Like, it was more just, like, this is magical and different, but, like, you don't get all the, like, crazy fantasy stuff. So I enjoyed that, for sure.
Would you want to read more cozy fantasy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, keeping that in mind, because I have been adoring cozy fantasy. Like, you know how much I've been... Maybe I'll do a video on cozy fantasy.
Yeah, that's a good
idea. Any final thoughts, words, opinions, feelings?
It was amazing. That's all.
Mic drop.
Yep.
Okay, so next, she continued the Percy Jackson series with The Wrath of the Triple Goddess. I'm kind of breaking the second half of the Percy Jackson series up only because they are still coming out and she didn't read these back to back like she did literally all the other ones. So that's a little bit of an explanation, but this continues along the same plot line as Chalice of the Gods, and what did you think?
I really like this one. This one was more anxiety-causing, though, to me.
That's fair, yeah.
Like, the stakes seemed higher than, like, just Percy needs to get his recommendation letter.
Yeah.
It was more like he literally could die. But it was good. I really liked it. Yeah.
Who was your favorite character that you met in this?
Nope. I love him so much. I want one so bad.
Nope is a hellhound puppy.
I'm literally obsessed.
It's so on brand for you to love the floating orbs and the baby hellhounds.
Yeah, obviously. How could you not? I want one for real.
Did you like this one or Chalice of the Gods more?
I don't know.
That's fair.
I feel like when we filmed this before, I said Chalice of the Gods, but now I'm thinking, I don't know.
That's fair. They're very different.
So I don't know. They are.
Which is weird, because you don't expect them to be so different, but I think I like this one more.
Fair.
And I like the Sally lore
I liked the Sally lore
that we got in
too.
this.
Yeah. I liked the, like,
She's a
yeah, that
queen.
was so good.
Yeah.
Grover stressed me out in this one majorly though, and like kind of made me mad
Yeah.
though, which I like don't I dislike when like amazing characters upset me. So I didn't love
Yeah.
that, and like, yeah,
That's so fair. He definitely was on one in this one. I
mhm,
feel like Rick made him a lot more chaotic in this one than he has in the past.
that's fair. Except for like Lightning Thief, I feel like he was pretty chaotic.
Mm.
Actually, that's not true because he like took care of like
He was like very like he was hell bent
yeah.
on taking care of Percy and making sure they succeeded.
Yeah, and like finding Pan and becoming like a Cloven Elder, like he
Yeah.
like yeah, you're actually so right.
Yeah, no, like you're also so right because now I'm thinking like Rick actually dropped the ball in his characterization in this
Yeah,
one. Now that I'm thinking about it,
yeah,
because he made him like a kid
yeah.
that Percy
That's
and
like
Annabeth had to take care of.
that's
He's
never happened
literally
before.
yeah,
Cause he's like older than them. Like he obviously is still like the same like age, but
yeah.
like
This
he yeah
is
he
not
cause
the
didn't
guy who found Pan or tricked Polyphemus into thinking he was a
yeah,
bride.
and
Like,
took care of Percy and took care of Annabeth. Isn't he the one who found Annabeth and
yeah,
like helped with like Luke and those guys like get it? You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, I'm actually upset.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't vibe like with Grover. Like obviously he's a little like loopy, airheady sometimes, but
Yeah, but he was like throughout the entire book.
like in yeah,
He was like just causing
yeah,
problems.
like making more
And I'm
problems.
like, he's the leader of his people now.
Yeah,
If anything, he's going to be more responsible, not regress.
yeah,
I hate that. Oh my
yeah. That
gosh.
doesn't really
Okay,
make moving on.
moving
Cause what the
on.
heck?
We're going to move on to the last one that I recommended that she read. You're actually about to finish this one
Yes, I'm
today.
gonna finish this one tonight.
The Foxhole Court by Nora Sakovic. This is a part of the All for the Game series. It's the first one. I am slightly regretting recommending this to her
No,
now.
no, don't.
Laurel's just been struggling with the characters a little bit, which is totally fair. So this isn't really a well-known book on mainstream booktube, bookstagram, book talk. This one is more niche for the 2014 Tumblr people. This follows Neil, and he's running away from his mafia boss father and gets recruited to join this college XC team, which is a made up sport. Don't try looking it up. And things just go down. His team is just a ragtag team of misfits. The coach literally only recruits those with messed up home lives, which is cool, but it does lead to some problematic characters all being on the same team, which does cause a little bit of issues. So I recommended this to Laurel, and I can't exactly remember my reasoning. I just thought she'd like
I
the...
think this was a guilty pleasure one too.
Yeah,
Kind of, I think.
that's actually so fair. It's definitely one that, like, you have to read to understand, and... yeah, it might have just been a guilty pleasure one, especially now knowing how much you hate the characters.
No.
But I think I also wanted to see what you'd think. I think I maybe thought you might like the messiness
Fair.
and morally gray, but I don't know why I was thinking that now.
Okay, but 3 days ago when we filmed originally to now, I'm liking it a lot more.
Good.
So
That's good.
there was just a big chunk in the middle that I was like, this is literally awful.
They're
But
really bad. They are not good people.
yeah, but I like Neil, and I liked the first game. Like that was so fun. Like that was such a fun time to read that.
Yeah.
And I'm starting. There's like two characters that I really like, other than Neil, and they make it like bearable.
Yeah.
And I am kind of starting to like Kevin. I have like weird mixed feelings about Kevin.
Kevin
So
is very well loved.
I'm like starting to like Kevin more.
So, yeah, you're liking this one though?
I do. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm definitely like interested to know what's going to happen as
Good.
well. Like I need to know now, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely invested in the story.
Good.
And I'm invested in Neil. I just hate the characters.
Yeah.
Which is part of the story, so it's like that's why I'm invested because you know.
I will say, if at any point you wanted to stop reading the series, I'm not gonna make you finish it.
I can't do that.
Okay, so those are all the books that I have forced Laurel to read basically over this past year. I have a new stack for you. Are you ready? So we're gonna start off with the first three that are, in fact, guilty pleasure recommendations. And two of them are a part of series. Again, rules are, if you read the first one, don't really want to continue the series, you are okay.
No, but I have to.
Okay, but like if you don't like it,
But I can't just like do that.
you are free to DNF the series if you don't like the first one. Completely fine. You are also free to use any of my copies that you want, obviously. So my home library is basically just her library.
I like check out books from her basically. We
much.
should have a little system.
We should put it on the whiteboard.
Yeah. Books currently checked out.
So funny.
Due back.
So
That would be really funny.
It's also funny too because I'm borrowing one of your books for once this time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
anyways,
I don't think this one's a guilty pleasure one. I think I will like this one.
it's slightly guilty pleasure.
That's fair.
The book is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. It is a adult queer contemporary romance, which are some of my favorite books. And I just absolutely adored this book. And I'm not gonna lie, half the reason it's okay. Both the romance and the found family is just so good, and oh my gosh, I literally can't. I love the characters. I can't wait for you to read this.
Yay.
It's gonna be a good one.
Me too. Girl.
Next is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I adore these books. I am a Hannah Grace apologist. It's known for its smuttiness. I love these books because of characters. Like, the found family of the Maple Hills gang. I love them so much. So, I just want you to read this one. I just want you to experience it.
Yeah, I want to experience it too.
And I think it's going to be just, like, really fun for you to read this. So, and it's a really quick read.
Yeah.
So. Next is another really known one, and that is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I wanted you to read this one for a while, this is another one. It's so popular that I just want to know what you think about it, and your just general opinions. And you don't read much fantasy.
Yeah, I haven't read fantasy one. Would you consider Percy Jackson fantasy?
That one's urban fantasy more.
Okay, fair.
So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, this is like higher
right,
fantasy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just want you to read and tell me all your thoughts. I genuinely don't know what you're going to think about this, how you're going to feel. So it's a little bit of a risk, but it's just one that I want you to experience.
Yeah. I know you really, really liked it when you first read it.
I love the first one, hate the second, like
the third.
Can't wait to see your thoughts on Violet and Zayden, also known as Zaddy. Really unfortunate, but
okay.
There are stickers of that.
Hate that.
So now we're going to move on to ones that I genuinely think you're going to enjoy. So the first one is Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. I just really liked this book. The vibes are really good.
The vibes.
I think you would like it. It's kind of an urban fantasy mystery.
I love that.
With a healthy dose of mythology in it.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
I think you'd like it. And it's gorgeous.
I don't know how I feel about the mint green.
There are other versions
of it.
Really? But I kind of like this.
I kind of like it too, but I also kind of don't.
That's fair.
It's hard for me to tell.
So next, because you liked The Secret History so much, I think you would like If We Were Villains. Very dark academia, and I think you would like it.
I like all the books you recommend me because I don't ever have to think about what books I want to read next.
I have them ready for you.
Yeah, there's just a list right there, and it's like, just pick from the list.
I love it. This next book has very different vibes, but that is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. As we saw earlier in this video, Laurel really enjoyed The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and she hasn't read any other of Taylor Jenkins Reid's book. This is my favorite of hers, hands down. I think you would really enjoy reading this one over the summer.
For some reason, I have an aversion to this book.
Really?
Yes. I don't know why. Like, there's absolutely no reason. I'm just like, I don't want to read that. I'm really sure I would like it. I just need to, like, force myself to read it, you know?
Why?
There's genuinely no reason. I think it's just, like, it just doesn't it just is not, like, a book I would pick up for myself, I feel like.
Interesting. Okay.
So, I don't know.
Okay, well, if, you decide in the end that you don't want to read it, obviously
I
I'm not gonna
do
force
though.
you,
I just
but-
for some reason like I'm gonna have to like force myself to do it, but I'm sure I'll like it. You know, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. So next is one that I genuinely think you'll like. For how much you enjoy reading mystery thrillers, you don't actually read a lot
I
of
know.
them.
I need to start doing more.
Yeah, so I recommend you A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I don't know how you're gonna feel about Pip. I feel like she can be unlikable to some people, and so I do want to know what you think about her. She's just really intense.
Fair.
This book will give you a bit of anxiety.
Fair.
Especially because this one feels a lot more real than I think a lot of other mystery thrillers. You know?
That's fair. Like, it's more of a true crime vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually kind of love that.
So, and you do love true crime.
Yeah. This is seriously
Another
making me
reason.
want to rewatch Criminal Minds.
So, and then maybe after you read this, we can watch the first season of the show.
Yeah.
So next, something you need to know about Laurel is that her favorite show of all time is Criminal Minds. Do you know how many times you've seen that show?
Probably like 5. I don't actually know, but close-ish to that.
It's a long show to watch 5 times.
In my 21 years of life.
Yeah. So it's because of that you need to read The Naturals. I just think that you would really like it.
Really excited to read this series, and I like definitely want to start it soon.
Yeah.
However, I dislike that it's YA. I normally like YA.
Okay.
But I think that and I've never even read it, so like I don't know, maybe I'm like being stupid, but I just feel like I want something like this, but a little bit more like serious and adult.
It's very serious.
But then it's like, why do they have to be 17, you know?
That's fair.
I'm just being a hater. I'm sorry. I'm really excited to read this, though, and I genuinely will probably start it, like, after the Fox Report.
So I was going to say, I don't care what reservations you have, you're reading this.
No, yeah, I will.
So.
I'm just, like, I don't know. I'm just being a hater.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just being a certified hater right now.
Next is The Villains Duology by V.E. Schwab. This series blurs the line between hero and villain a lot,
Fair.
and I really like it, and I just think that you'd like it. I do love the first book. The second book is not as good because it does introduce other characters that I don't think are necessary. So,
okay.
But yeah, I do think you'd like that one. Next, kind of going off similar vibes, is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So yeah, I just think you'd really like this. It's by Queen Leigh Bardugo, and it is it goes more along the lines of horror.
I like that. I think she could eat that up.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
So I think you'd really like that one.
Like, I feel like we got a little bit of a taste with it in King of Scars.
Yeah.
Of, like, her ability to write, like, kind of scary.
Dark and pooky.
Yeah. So I'm, like, really excited for that.
Yeah. It's a good one. Final one, I swear, and it's one that I think you will obviously love very much. And that is Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. It's a lot like The House on the Cerulean Sea, where it doesn't focus as much on the romance, but on the character development. Because at the beginning, Wallace just kind of sucks. He's not a great guy, and he learns how to become his true self.
I love that. I love that. I love T.J. Klune.
This book made me sob for the solid last 50 pages.
Lovely. Okay. Super exciting.
Those are the many, many books that I want you to read, and the books that you have read recommended by me.
Lots. Basically my entire year of reading last year.
Oops. I don't see you complaining.
I'm not complaining. I'll do it again.
And you will.
Yep.
I had fun. Did you have fun?
I had fun.
Cool. Because you have one more sit-down video this month.
Hopefully the audio works that time. We don't have to refilm.
Gosh, I hope so. Okay. Well, we're going to let you guys go. We've been yapping for a very long time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let us know in the comments any books that you think Laura would like. You can get some more recommendations.
Yay.
Other than from just
I
me.
wouldn't read anybody else's but yours, though.
Okay, well, I want them to see if they could recommend you books. Because you are the sole focus of April.
Yep.
She's difficult. So, again, drop down in the comments. Let us know what books you'd like Laurel to read. And yeah, that's it for today's video. You know what to do. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. And both of us, will see you guys all next week. Bye.
Bye.